Throughout the week, FEMA has given the opportunity for African fashion trendsetters to showcase their talents on the big stage. While the opening night was more about the young and aspiring generation of African designers, the closing night was more about the professionals, the experienced and famous labels coming out of the continent. The outfits have clearly shown how designers from the continent have not lost their identity. Using different fabrics, they have managed to beautifully mix the African colorful and distinctive styles with the modern touch.
I'm doing an outfit and it's made in African material, mixed with the lace material, and I try to talk about the combination of culture, African and global culture. It's good to let the world to know what African designers are doing. It's a meeting of the people, meeting of culture.
Also present is Moroccan Hisham Munir, who owns his own line in New York and Paris.
I like, hard materials. I don't do soft dresses. Definitely for this line, Lot 151. It's about a very strong woman, sexy, but not showy, very confident in her skin. African continent is one of the most fashionable continents in the world. Africa has, the Moorish influence, the Black African influence, the Asian influence in some ways. It has the Arabic, very strong Arabic influence, just so beautiful.
FEMA is seen as a stepping stone for some young local models, not just designers.
My dream is to be an international model, to travel everywhere, and to make a lot of shooting, a lot of things. FEMA is a very good opportunity for us because they make many projects for the international for us, and it's really important.
Unlike previous nights, several foreign models have joined the show. Alison Malfeuille has arrived specially from Paris to experience the African fashion scene.
I like it because it's very different for me. We don't have a lot of African designers in Paris during Fashion Week, so it's very different. It's cool. Yeah, I love it.
As FEMA comes to an end, what's certain is that exotic and colorful African prints and designs are becoming a source of inspiration for international brands and fashion trends around the world. Yes Hakim for CGTN, Dakhla, Morocco.
All right, let's take another quick break. We'll be back with sports news, including the latest from the South Africa Open.
Africa, where champions are made, records are broken, legends are born. We're there for every goal, for every knockout, for every step of the way. Match Point, only on CGTN.
Welcome back. Let's talk a bit of sport. We start with golf news. Home favorite Charles Schwartzel fired a stunning second round of 63 to lead by one shot on 12 under par heading into the weekend at the South African Open. A magnificent shot off the back of the green for an eagle at the 17th was the highlight of Schwartzel's round and saw him overtake Zambia's Madalitso Muthia, who added a round of 68 to his opening 63 at the top of the leaderboard. South Africa duo Zander Lombard and Louis Oosthuizen, along with U.S. golfer Kurt Kitayama, lie 2 shots off the pace on 10 under par. Oosthuizen had led after the first round following a blistering 62, but was said to be feeling unwell during Friday's round of 70. And Ethiopian athlete Tamiru Kefuyalu has been living in Brazil as a refugee, first living in a camp, then a church, then a shelter for the homeless. Presently, the man who protested against the Ethiopian government at the Rio Paralympic Games in 2016 sleeps on a mattress on the floor of a shared dormitory-like room. Tamiru protested as he finished second in the 1,500 meters for visually impaired competitors, repeating Feyisa Lelisa's act after he finished second at the marathon event in Rio. Feyisa has now returned home after 2 years in exile. However, Tamiru wants to ultimately acquire Brazilian citizenship.
Depende do processo.
I want to participate in the World Cup, in the Olympics. If the process is delayed, I'll go back to Ethiopia. If the process goes well, I'll try to stay here, because here is very good for me, for my life in the future. Not for now, but for the future. Participating in competition in Brazil is a very good start.
Entendeu? Participei daqui. Por quê?
And in Spanish football, Barcelona head coach Ernesto Valverde has warned his players to be ready for one of their toughest derby encounters in recent years when they visit Espanyol on Saturday. Espanyol sits 7th in La Liga, 7 points behind leaders Barcelona, who have taken 28 points from their opening 14 matches. Barca enjoyed the upper hand over their city rivals for several years, but the gap narrowed last season with Espanyol winning one and drawing one of their 4 derby clashes. Valverde believes they have pulled even closer this time around. Valverde was given a boost after Luis Suarez was given the all-clear to play, having struggled with a knee injury earlier this week. And to the NBA we go. DeMar DeRozan finished with 36 points and 9 assists as the San Antonio Spurs had 8 players score in double figures in a 133-120 come-from-behind victory over the Los Angeles Lakers on Friday night. Now, San Antonio got 14 points each from Patty Mills and Jakob Poeltl off the bench, and Davis Bertans added 13 points. The Spurs bench outscored the Lakers 52-26 in winning the series 3-1. Now, LeBron James finished with 35 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds for Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma added 27 points, and Lonzo Ball had 13 points and 11 assists for the Lakers. Well, that's it for this edition of Africa Live. Remember, you can send us your feedback to the contacts on the screen and follow us on digital media platforms. For the team, I'm Richard Sirlin saying thank you so much for watching, and we'll be right back here, same time tomorrow. Till then, take care.